My name is Sandy Huffman, and I was a scholar recipient probably back in 2009, 2008. Being a member of the board has been very eye-opening to the great things that we could do for our community and single parents alike, like me, you know. I had, my children were my inspiration. I saw these two young men, that I was raising, and I wanted more for them than I could provide at the time. So I decided, I need to go back to school. I need to expand my knowledge and my skill set in a bigger capacity to provide for them. And I also wanted to be an inspiration for them to also want to go to college. So that was my inspiration to inspire them at that time. It's hard sometimes whenever you see your financials and all that kind of comes around, and you're trying to figure out how to pay for school lunches, how to pay for sports, how to pay for other things that your children need on top of your bills that you're trying to get done. So whenever I started college at Crowder, they sent us an email for the Aspire Scholarship, and that was a blessing for single parents. So I applied right away. I wasn't sure if I was going to be, a recipient of that, but when it did come across that I was a recipient, I was just overjoyed. It helped tremendously with all of the worries that I had. Especially, I vaguely remember like the school lunches. How am I going to get the school lunches paid for? Because that was important for me, for my children. How are they going to eat during the day? So that was a huge blessing in my life. I became a director at Freeman, and I've just kind of worked my way up. I put two children through college. My youngest son, Tanner, he went to Crowder College, so he kind of followed my, in my footsteps there, and went to my alma mater and became a diesel mechanic. And Keenan, my oldest son, he went to Pittsburgh State University where he played football, so they have done I'm just so proud of those two boys. They're just amazing children. But I've stayed in the workforce as a director for the past 14 years. I've loved every minute of it. I love helping people. I love making changes and helping people grow in their different capacities, maybe as future leaders. So I've enjoyed the last few years of my life. Yeah. As a single parent, sometimes you have this tunnel and you can barely see that light. But if you hang on, you're gonna get there, and there are gonna be so many rewards at the end of that tunnel that you never thought possible. If you just keep pushing, you never give up, never give up.